I'm placing a challenge before you today. Something I think needs to go into the mix of understanding character. The givenness of life. When I talk about the givenness of life, I talk about some things you and I do not have the power to change. Some things you and I did not choose, but we have to now endure. There's no way you had any decision in whether you're male or female. That's a givenness. Let me try to explain it this way. None of us, before we were born, had a meeting with God where He sat us down and said, okay, you're going to go to planet Earth. You are going to be born. Now I would like to know, when would you like to be born? Would you like to be your parents? What culture? Gender? Any preference for gender? We didn't have that opportunity or privilege. We were just given. Some of you, and even me, struggle sometimes with the givenness of my life. If I were to choose, I would not give me, Nico Liebenberg, 2 blind children. Like you, if you were to tell me, most probably there are many things that you would say, I wouldn't have chosen divorce. I wouldn't have chosen to be ridiculed by my boss. I wouldn't have chosen children that are now drug addicts, or whatever the scenario might be. I would have chosen different. So we sit with a large amount of givenness in life. Things that we did not choose but have to deal with in our lifetime because it makes part of the journey of this life that we live as individuals. One of the greatest gifts I believe we can give ourselves is to make peace with that givenness of your life. Come to a place of closure in your life where you make peace with that givenness. If you're not as clever as the next guy, make peace with it. If you're not as beautiful or as sexy or as intelligent or as rich or as whatever as the next guy, make peace with that. It does not serve us, never will, to compare ourselves to the next person. Who's going to be you if you are someone else? We need you. We need you. Who's going to be you if you choose to be someone else? Who's going to fulfill that destiny, that purpose, that vision that was meant for you? Who's going to release that potential that only you have to give to this planet and to our place in history? Who's going to give that to us if you don't give it to us? We need you. And I say it from a sincerity in my heart, we need you. I don't even know most of you. But somehow in the back of my mind, I realize if you're not going to fulfill what you were meant to fulfill, if you're not going to live that life given to you, somehow some people is going to miss out on something that should have been. Unfortunately, the richest place on earth is the cemetery, the graveyard. In that graveyard, so many books that should have been written was never written. So many businesses that should have been started was never started. So many dreams that should have been pursued was never pursued. And now it ends up in the cemetery, never fulfilled, never done. You don't go and lie one day there with some potential in you. You choose today to say, I'm going to die empty. I'm going to live everything I am. I'm going to give everything I am. I'm going to live this potential that I was born with. And I'm going to pour it out. And I'm going to give it where it's needed. And that is the mentality and the paradigm of a true leader. and that is you. I've demystified the concept of leadership as someone out there, or someone in the front row, or someone with a certain ranking. That's not the leaders only. I'm talking to you.